Mystic Mondays Tarot. So blessed angels and spirit guides, guardians, goddesses, pairs, and highest vibrations frequency. Archangel Michael. Got my Michael candle burning. To my goddesses watching over. Blessed goddess watch over this reading and help me orchestrate. So right now we have the Ace of Pentacles and Strength. Aries, you might be dealing with some, I'd say not financial setbacks. It might be time for you to pull back how much you give, and it might be hard for you to maybe come off as not such a playful energy. Aries is known for their leadership role and how they treat, not how they treat people, but their leadership role. So, Spirit, can you tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Ace of Pentacles in reverse and what that means for Aries. Now, you have a lot of depth within you, Aries, that and there's something about you that makes you special. There's something about you that makes you one of the most precious gems. And we can see that about you. The friendships that you have, you nurture and you give. It might seem like a slow start when you start with people, and then it turns into something beautiful here with the nourish and flourish. That's how you treat your relationships. I think you're being asked to have some strength while you go through maybe the retrograde energy, pulling back and going back to the self before you feed and water others. Don't forget to feed and water, nourish yourself, and that way your relationships can flourish, because how could you give and not have anything left for yourself at the end of the day? I'm going to look at what Sea Star says. Page 24. Mysteries and lovely treasures all around. There's beauty in even the tiniest grain of sand, for the light of the stars is encapsulated in the shells and shores of oneness. Each object contains a soul on its own journey in the earth planet, or the earth plane. Let the ebb and flow of life cycles happen around and within you. And there's something about you that's golden, Aries. Something about you that is... There's so much depth within you. And I think this outward beauty, something you find on the surface, that you dazzle others. Like when people look in the sand and at the beach and they find the most precious shell. Well, there's thousands of shells on the beach, but you find the one that calls to you and speaks to you. I think that's how you glow, how you are perceived by others. You have a glow and a light about you. Don't let that light fade. So go back into the self and nourish you have within, so that you may give freely. I think that also has to do in turn with the Strength card as well, being able to see that beauty and following the ebb and flow, and not resisting the pull to go within. There's a natural pull here to go within the self and start over, to nourish yourself, to not to fight against your impulse of maybe overspending or splurging on others. Bringing it back to the self. Spirit, can you tell me more about nourish and flourish and Sea Star for Aries, please? Thank you, Spirit. I have the World in reverse. I think it's the end of, I feel that it says the end of a renewal of a cycle, a renewal of going back to the self. Every time we have a retrograde, this is an opportunity for us to reassess, to go within, and to start over again. I feel that there's this like drawing inward, and it's not withdrawing from others, and it might feel kind of hard to do so. Spirit, can you tell me more about the World in reverse, please? Thank you. You have High Priestess in reverse and Justice in reverse, Four of Swords. Yeah, this is definitely being asked to calm down, to go back to your center, to not let others have a hand in walking over you, into overstepping and you giving in, to keep either peace. You're being asked to see the bigger picture. And Aries, that's something that's important for your sign as well. When your impulses, your impulses, whether it comes to spending or when you make friends and jumping right in, there's something here that's being asked for you to come back to a place of rest within the self. And even in this back picture here, in the stained glass, in this Four of Swords, this person is giving to the hungry. This person is giving. Now, and they wouldn't give to others, a person on their knees, a beggar. They wouldn't give to someone who, if they did not have the means to give. But right now you're being asked to come back to your inner self. Your inner self for your inner work. Before you export, maybe focus on conserving that cycle of nurture and renewal. Let this retrograde be a time to come back to the self and let your higher self light and meet unexpected. Let your higher self guide you as you go back into the cycle. Aries. Raw intention. Is there anything else that Aries needs to know, Spirit, as far as this overgiving, as far as this returning to the self for rest, to withdraw outer means, and to find the strength within to not feel like they're being selfish, to find the strength within to push through this retrograde energy. Thank you, Spirit. Bravely market your magic. Cozy up with risk. I feel like that's something you're not a stranger to. Cozying up to risk, taking a chance. That first inkling that you have to do something, that impulse feeling, that drive that Aries has, that leadership aspect of the sign, that you're no stranger to taking a chance and making something happen, that you are the go-getters of the sign, and the first sign for a reason. You are a true leader. And with raw intention here, that goes with Sea Star as well, being pulled into the ebb and flow, the way that people see you, because of how you act, because of how you move in this world, that you do nothing uncalculated, that your intentions are pure, and that you can't hide it even if you wanted to. When you have something that's wrong or someone you don't like, you don't even entertain being in a space with them because you can't hide how you feel. So with raw intention, and this mandala here as well, this is sacred geometry, which is quite beautiful. You'll move forward like, it's like when a star falls out of the sky, sea star. But why does it feel like a constellation almost falling out of the sky? Purposefully, a shining star, a sea star, a falling star, dazzling in the night sky. But this one dazzles in the ocean because of the depth. When a star falls, I mean, is it even affected by the pull of gravity back to the earth? Something to think about. Bravely market your magic. Also with the raw intention here as well. And with the Strength card, this is you bearing your brave face to the world, not being afraid to make your mark on the world by pushing through so strongly. This is your gift. This is your gift, your talent, something you can't hide, something that is a part of you and what makes you you, what makes you so special, which makes that star glimmer. The fact that you can nurture and pour into other people because you pour into yourself. Imagine the energy that you've put out to give others, that energy that you put back into the self, how you can nurture your own garden and water your own flower and water your own seeds and watch that intention, watch that seed grow into something beautiful and turn into a tree, family tree, a something with roots, the home, your life. Watch it grow and turn into the next thing, to something beautiful. Even with seedlings, a seed is a seed. First, you have the seed, you water it, it turns into a seedling with a little stem at the top. You water it, you nurture it, you fertilize the soil and the earth, and then you have flowering. The stem with flower, you have the beginning of watching what you planted and grow start to spark, start to begin this cycle of life. You see it happening in real time. That flower will one day produce fruit. And then you have to think about the production of fruit. And if it's a good fruit, is the fruit disease? No. You put in all of this nurturing and nitrogen and effort and love and oxygen, and you healed and nourished the beginning of something beautiful. And now you're at the end, and you're at the next part of the cycle. And some, plants annually, they grow back the next year. So you have that cycle of putting in and nourishing. The plant gives energy and receives energy from the sun. Not to just go on about plants, but that is truly a metaphor for what this cycle is that you're going through, Aries. Putting into others, putting back into the self. And that goes with your friendships. It feels very much like friendships in your job right now. How much are you willing to give? And it feels like you're giving it all. You're giving your best foot forward. You're pushing through your shifts. You're making the friendships and family functions work. And now it's time to go back within the self and nourish yourself and put yourself first. You put everything else first and everyone else first. What about you? So I guess that's what this would be, was what about you, Aries? You put everyone else first. Now it is your turn to nourish the self, not overspending, saving for the next cycle, saving your energy, nourishing your fields. And when it's time to give it all and put put what you've made into performance, that you'll be ready at that time. So Aries, we could look at your love life now and do a love reading, but this is pretty much all that I'm seeing as far as your, this is giving like friendship energy, career energy, a lot of trump cards here, a lot of major arcana. Hi, Tippy. Tippy is licking her lips. I have a Staffordshire Terrier. Staffordshire Pity Mix. She's so cute. But she's down here taking her morning naps. And let's go ahead and pull in some love energy too. So let's move to the next portion. We're going to do Aries love reading with the cosmic insights. Love this deck. Wish it was bigger or had a second volume or something. All right. So for your love energy, Spirit, can you please help me see what's going on with Aries love energy, the Strength card, and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Moving. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? For this Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Strength card, cycles. So we have moving and someone else. I don't necessarily feel like the someone else card is a bad thing. We don't have any 3 energy here. This more so feels like a net cycle moving forward. Maybe moving into new version of like growing with someone and letting the old person fall away that they were, and them growing to someone at their next level. They're growing into their higher self. So the people that you're already with may be experiencing a renewal of the self, and you might be experiencing a renewal inside of yourself as well. And growing with your partner is a beautiful thing, moving through the seasons of who you are. This could also be another connection coming in for you at this time, moving from an old connection into a new connection. So there could be new love coming in for you. You could be in a not so great relationship, which is why you might be being asked to pull your goodness back into yourself, to heal, to nourish. And then or you might have gotten out of a bad relationship recently, this is your chance to come back home to yourself. And when it's time to be with that next person, that someone else, you will be ready, emotionally ready, maybe physically ready as well, and being able to give your heart to someone because you've picked up and moved on from your old past energy and doing the healing work that is needed to not bring that baggage to the next relationship. Okay. Can you tell me about this love life for Aries, please, Spirit? General love life for Aries with this moving and someone else. Do we have anything for the Aries collective, please, Spirit? Moving for Aries. What are they moving into? Ace of Wands. Moving into more passion, moving into feeling, I heard your libido is coming back, okay? Moving into, again with the Ace of Wands too, like leadership. This is you getting back your flavor, your sauce, your essence, coming back like tenfold. This is you having, it's like getting your style back. This is you elevating and finding like true passion here. So there's true passion and love in this connection for you. This creativity is going to come back to you. If you haven't drawn or painted in a while, this is you getting back to that creative side. If you're a singer, if you're athletic and you haven't been running, this is your sign to know that that energy will be coming back to you, that you'll be moving into a feeling of that creativity and passion coming back. And the Hangman in reverse is also a great thing that we see here. The Hangman in reverse. You are not stuck in looking at or being stuck in a point of surrender. And now it's okay. I own it. I see it now. I can move forward in this creativity. I can use what I have and get myself off of this tree that I'm bound to. Stepping into this new opportunities, feeling the glow and that halo effect of I'm worthy, I'm able to do this, and nothing can stop me. And I love that for you, Aries. You are taking a win. You are absolutely elevating into a win energy. I think Spirit has something to say about you winning. That you are winning officially with the Three of Cups here. It's a celebration and even partying and going out for a nice drink with friends. This is you having a glow about you. This is even through what you've been going through or having to pull back to the self, that there's much more joys coming in the future. This is like a cheers energy, like here, we are partying, living it up. So yeah, I can see it now. I feel my creativity. I'm having a good time with my friends. It's time to go out and feel like it's time to enjoy life and really taste it. So Aries, this is a great sign. So yeah, you are coming out or going back into a cycle of nourishing and flourishing with your own energy, and then you're moving forward into finding blessed connections with friends, with loved ones, and finding something amazing is coming in for you in love and in friendships, in relationships. You could even be healing relationships with your inner family. These are blessed and sacred connections being healed twice, 3 times over, or also finding this next elevation of love life with your partner, the renewal of the self, and coming into a better version of who the both of you are. So renewal of the relationship that you're already in with someone, And for singles, this is for someone who is making you feel alive again and bringing out of all the creativity that you might have stuffed away, that or reaching just this next level of this abundant creativity, this joy, this sensuality that you deserve. You are so worthy, and you deserve all of this good, amazing things coming in for you. So Aries, that is my reading for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe and comment on the video if it made you feel some type of way, in the best way. So I don't know, thank you for joining me and Muffin while we do our reading for you today. It's been great. Bye.